Pacific Roller Derby. That's the Hulagans coming all the way from Hawaii. Aloha. Oh, that's fine. It's fine. Whenever you're ready, you let me know. Like starting in from the beginning.
Hey, you are on.
Hello and welcome to our 2024 Sierra Regional Roller Derby Deep Blue Tournament. My name is Rolene and I will be your live stream announcer today. We are jumping right into our first game of this tournament. Deep Blue is part of the 2024 Legion Fest here in Reno, Nevada. And as I said before, it is hosted by Sierra Regional Roller Derby. Our first game has Sierra Regional Roller Derby SAS, that's the Sierra All-Stars, up against the Pacific Roller Derby Hulagans. Aloha from Hawaii. As we go into our jam, Regional Roller Derby is up 51 points to the Hulagans 14. Hulagans gets lead jammer status into this jam. Jamming for the Hulagans, we have number 50. That is Strawberry Short Skate. Strawberry Short Skate gains 4 points for the Hulagans as Legal 2000 takes a trip to the penalty box for SAS. The jam is called off with the teams gaining 4 points for SAS, 8 for the Hulagans, bringing the score to 55 Sierra and 22 Hulagans. We are now going into Jam 9, and up on the track, jamming for SAS, we do have BC on the line. And up for our Hulagans, I'll get a better shot of her as she comes around corner 2 here. I believe that's 14. 14 being Dr. Destroya for the Hulagans. Destroyer gets recycled back there as BC comes back through from her initial pass. Creature on SAS, holding Destroyer back there with Machina, doing a great job being a two-person wall as BC pushes the pack forward and breaks free, gaining 4 points for Sierra. Destroyer still looking way through that pack. Both teams keeping a fantastic eye on those jammers. BC getting recycled back. And needing a wonderful two-person wall there on the Hulagans. Oh, but slips through and calls off the jam. BC gaining 7 points for SAS, bringing the score up to 62 SAS, Hulagans 22. As we go into, I believe now we're into Jam 8. There's been a bit of a kerfuffle this morning as we were getting ready for this tournament. We have numerous games throughout both today and tomorrow. It is going to be non-stop derby. If you are in the Reno area, we encourage you to come on down, check out Legion Fest. It's fantastic. If you are not in the Reno area, we still love you and are happy that you're on our. We're going into Jam 8 with Slanville Jackson. That's Jackson for SAS jamming. And 33 on the Hulagans. That's Flood taking a trip to the penalty box. Jackson quickly gains lead jammer status and gains 4 points for Sierra. Meanwhile, Dobby Sawkins also taking a trip to the penalty box. Ooh, and this jam looks a bit penalty heavy as we have, I believe that's Goose taking, no, excuse me, not Goose, that's Gate. Gate taking a trip to the penalty box as well. Jackson calls off the jam, and it looks as though that Sierra will be starting 2 jammers down. Hulagans were able to get their, Hulagans has their blocker standing. So both teams starting with a smaller pack as we go into Jam 10. Up jamming for Sierra, we have Meat Cat. And much love to our Hulagans. I'm gaining these numbers as we go. So I believe that's 50 again. So we do have short skate back on the track jamming for the Hooligans. Meat Cat gains lead jammer status, but short skate is right behind her. And forgive me, that was actually short skate gaining lead jammer status, but Meat Cat gaining the lead in front of her, allowing short skate to call off the jam, because if you're not in the front and your lead jammer conditions ain't right, you don't play. You call it off, you set up again, try again next jam. Because that jam was so short, Sierra is starting once again 2 blockers down in this next jam. And up again for Sass, we have Beastie jamming. That's Dr. Destroyer back on the track for Hooligans. Beastie making out with lead jammer status. Destroyer right behind her. Beastie hitting the pack, getting bounced out and calling it off just as Gate and Dobby make it back on the track for Sass. That means that our next jam, both teams will be starting with a full pack. Our score is currently in this game 70 Sass, Hooligans 25. And as we get ready, I just want to give a big shout out to 888 and 187 Killer Pads, 888 and 187 24 Deep Blue Roller Derby Tournament. And we just wanted to let you know that if you are a skater in any sort, you can purchase their pads and helmets and just know that you are going to be protected through and through. So that's 888 and 187 Killer Pads. Thank you for sponsoring our 2024 Deep Blue Tournament. Meanwhile, Derby is happening, honey, and Jackson has taken the lead for Sass. Jamming for Hooligans, we have 68. That's Venus Fly. No, excuse me, Venus Flytrap. Oh, love that name. Jackson is gaining 4 points for Sierra, and now it's up to 8 points on the board. Jam is still going. Jamming for Sass. Jackson, woo, so many J's, has gained an additional 4 points. So far, 12 points in this jam alone. And we have a bit of a kerfuffle there on corner 4 of the track. But everybody's up, everybody's rolling. They look great. That whistle indicates that we do have a penalty taking place for the Hooligans. Coming around to take that penalty. That is 17, Kitty DeVille, as Jackson gains an additional 4 points, and then an additional 4 points again. 20 points on the board for Sierra Regional in this jam alone. Hooligans did do a start pass there. Now jamming for the Hooligans is Robin Sparkles. Jackson comes around another time and gains an additional 4 points. That's 24 points on the board for this jam. And the whistle is called before Jackson hit time. 24 points. That is the highest scoring jam of this game and also this tournament so far. Kudos to Jackson on that, bringing the score to 94 Sass, 25 Hooligans. Going into Jam 12, we have Meat Cat jamming for Sass. And once again, I will get that jammer for Hooligans as soon as I can see their numbers. Meanwhile, Meat Cat makes it through. And jamming for Hooligans is Strawberry Shortcake once again. Short skate. Meat Cat glides, slides, and glides through the pack. Calling it off, but does take a detour there towards the middle of the track. I don't believe points were gained in that last pass through. The score is still sitting 94 Sass, 25 Hooligans. what happened in that last jam is we did have a penalty going to Meat Cat. She is currently sitting in the box, and we do have a timeout on the track. I believe that is an official timeout. Official timeout is officially over. Back again, Hulagans starting with a power jam here. Dr. Destroya on the track jamming for the Hulagans. Steph is not letting her take care of this opportunity easily. Creature and Stormy working the front of the pack there as Machine and Bridges, making it difficult to destroy it to get out. But guess what? She done did, and now she's the lead jammer of this power jam. Destroyer is joined by Double Zero. That's Heidi Doom on the Hooligan. They now have a full pack. And back for Sass, we have Meat Cat making it through her initial pass. So now she's up to score some points. Meanwhile, Creature Feature taking a trip to the penalty box. Meat Cat getting into the pack, but Destroyer saying, not today, honey. Calling off that jam before Meat Cat can gain any points. Hooligan gains 2 points. Now bringing the score to Sass 94, Hooligans 27. Fantastic playing by both teams here. It is early, and hello, that's my face. So cute. Hi. There's cameras everywhere. Kudos to my lovely teammate here, Ms. Hell Bunny, running our AVs, and also Firewall for getting us started today. We are so excited to be able to provide not only live stream for you, but also a live stream announcer. So super fun. Meanwhile, BC is jamming for Sass and jamming for Hooligans. We have Venus Thigh Trap back on the track. I just have to say it's one of my favorite games so far. It's a great one. Venus is keeping an eye on her pivot right now. Pivot looking to do a star pass for the Hooligans. Meanwhile, BC gaining those points as they keep them distracted. BC gaining 8 points so far for Sass, bringing Sass over the century mark. The score currently being 102 for Sass. Hooligans 27. And a successful star pass there to Heidi Doom on the Hooligans, but was unable to put it into play before BC called it off. Very good awareness, track awareness there on Sass to know when to say yes and when to say no. BC gaining 12 points for Sass, bringing the score up to now 106. I was going to say 1-0 head because there's a ref in the way, but I got it. 106 to Hooligans 27. Jamming once again for Sass. On the track, we do have... Who'd that be? That is Jackson, I see. That's Jackson on the track for Sass. And she gains the jammer status as Strawberry Short Skate, still trying to make her initial pass through it. Oh my goodness. By the way, Strawberry Short Skate has like the cutest skates on. They look like strawberries. Toots to that. I love skate fashion, and that is adorable. Meanwhile, Jackson's actually here to play dirty and not be fashionable, but she's so cute. She all right. The score is on 110, Sass 27 Hooligans. And we do have a timeout on the board. And with that timeout, let's take a moment to say hi to our sponsors. Lithia Subaru has also fabulous prizes included in this package. You don't need to be present to win. The winners will be selected on September 30th, and those packages will be sent straight to your door. So you don't even have to get up off the couch. Figure it out, get it done, and I hope you win. Meanwhile, we got Derby going on. Dr. Destroyer back on the track for Hulagans up against Meatcat. Meatcat getting lead jammer status in this jam, but Destroyer on her tail. That kitty better speed it up, honey. Meatcat tucks the back of the pack, calls it off. Destroyer go, sneaking in, looking to see. No points for either team on that one, but it was fun to watch. We have a head's worth of time in this first half. Looks like about 8 minutes, if my eyes don't deceive me. About 8 and some change in the first half before we take a bit for a timeout. Or not a timeout, a halftime. Jamming once again for Hulagans. Venus, the trap up against Beastie taking lead jammer status. Meanwhile, Venus meeting a wall of blockers on the Sierra side. And, a bit of a sandwich there between her and her team and Sass. Creature doing her magic pivot skills there with Machina and Smack Lotus as Stormy working as Brace. Communication there from Stormy, letting her team know, hey, get where you need to get and don't stop blocking. Never stop blocking. That is a true quote of Stormy's. Machina taking a trip to the box there, and we do have a star pass on Hulagans. That's the flood. If I had to guess, that's why Stormy was getting upset there. BC also taking a trip to the penalty box, which means this is a power jam for Hulagans. The star is now in possession of Flood, who was their pivot once upon a time, but is now their jammer. And do my eyes deceive me? No, they don't. Oh no, Fled also taking a trip to the penalty box, which means cha-ching, Beastie is back in. We have a flippy flop of the one jammer on the track. Beastie is now that one jammer, and she's also joined by Machina, which means that Sass now has their full pack back on the track. Beastie easily getting through those packs. And Flood back on the track. She only had to sit as long as Beastie did as far as the time duration. So didn't look like too long that Beastie had to sit before Flood joined her. So Flood didn't have to sit that long either. Whistly, 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 woo! That jam is over. It did go the full 2 minutes because we had a lot of flippy floppies of, star passes and also power jams there. And once you have a power jam and then you lose your, power jam by going to the box, you also lose the ability to call it off. You also lose the ability to call it off when you pass the star. So things to keep in mind if you're looking to play Derby. Sierra Regional is sitting at 123 points to the Hulagans 27. For the Hulagans, we have Short Skate once again on the track. And right behind her, we have Jackson. Short Skate is in the lead right now. Jackson did not get lead jammer status, but she did gain points for her team on that one. Short Skate calling it off. Sass gaining 3 points, and that's fun. Yes, and the Hulagans also gaining 3 points, bringing the score to 126 Sass. The Hulagans 30. 5 seconds, they say. So exciting. So much can happen in those 5 seconds. And we're off. Jamming for Sass once again. We have Meatcat up against Dr. Destroyer. Meatcat gaining lead jammer status. And Destroyer getting recycled back there by that fabulous duo, Stormy Trooper and Creature Feature. A bit of a smack before Destroyer makes it through the looking to see, and I do believe Sass gaining 4 points in 8 points rather, 8 points in that jam. Hooligans 0. Lots of strategic play here. Sass has quite a lead, but they are making sure that there is no room for error as far as letting the Hooligans gain any points needed than they already have. So Hooligans definitely really working hard to gain those points today, and Sass making it difficult for them to do so. BC gaining lead jammer status in this jam, and she is jamming up against Venus Thigh Trap once again. Ooh, we saw a bit of a jump there by Venus, trying to jump over. Can't go over it, can't go under it, you must go around it. As far as when it comes to blockers, Dobby Sockham's there working with Alice, keeping Venus Flytrap at bay. Meanwhile, Legal taking a trip to the penalty box, meaning that Sass is down 1 blocker. Venus does make it out. They release her, but BC has the jammer status and calls off the jam. BC gaining, I do believe, I think that was 6 points. The scoreboard's pretty far away. 6 points for Sass, bringing the score up to 140. Hooligans 30. Just under 3 minutes left in this half. Back on the track, we do have Jackson jamming for Sass. And that's short skate once again for the Hooligans. Short skate. Jammer status as Flood, her pivot, takes a trip to the penalty box. Maintaining quite a distance of a lead in front of Jackson, was able to gain 4 points for the Hooligans, and then 4 points for the Hooligans, and then calls it off. And it looks like we got some messages going on in the message channel for you. From Damn It Jim, so sad to be there. So sad we're not there. Well, we are sad you're not here too, Miss Jim. You take care of yourself, honey. Don't worry, there will be more Deep Blues, but there's only one of you. So take care of yourself, and you'll be here next year. We have gaining lead jammer status in this jam. And it is a power jam. It looks like short skate, or no, not short skate. Dr. Destroyer taking a trip to the box. This is the power jam for Sass. And if I know anything about Sass, they're going to make good work of it. Meatcat has already gained 4 points on this jam. And gets knocked out by Flood, but quickly gets back on the track and gains an additional 4. Dr. Destroyer is now back on the track from her penalty sentence. Destroyer easily makes it through the pack. I don't think they were ready for her. Meatcat says, no, we're done with this. Calls it off, but not before gaining 11 points for Sierra. The score is now 151, Sierra 34. I think we should hold Deep Blue and White, just saying. That sounds great. I would do that. Deeper blue and, like, gorgeous blue. Yeah, like, Hooligans, if there's any Hooligan fans out there and you want to hold Deep Blue, I don't hold any of the power as far as that, but, you know, you have my vote. Strawberry, short skate. She is jamming for Hooligans. Jamming for Sass, we do have Jackson. Jackson has lead jammer status this time. The last time we saw these two paired up, Short Skate did, and I think Jackson was coming for vengeance. She was like, no, that's not how I play the game, and that's not how I'm going to win. Skate. I agree. She's a cutie and a really, really good derby player at that too. Because you can be both things, you know. You can be cute and a bit of a baddie. So shout out to Short Skate. All right. There's a bunch of derby people in the way, but if I'm not mistaken, I think we're at halftime. So before I give you all a break for your ears, I just want to read off a few more announcements for you. Don't miss your chance to purchase your exclusive 10th annual Deep Blue merch. You can visit jukecityapparel.com/deepblue2024 to check out the wide variety of styles and sizes available. Orders can be placed now through October 3rd, and the merch will be sent straight to you. So once again, buy your raffle tickets, don't have to get off the couch. Buy your cute merch. Don't have to get off the couch. It's all for you, boo. And the other announcement that I have for you now is that the Legion Sports Fest, it is what Deep Blue is held within. We are in partnership with them, and without them, we wouldn't be able to be here today. So the Legion Sports Fest is a mega fitness expo, 12 different sports, including your favorite, roller derby, 2,500 athletes, hundreds of fitness and nutrition vendors, and dozens of fitness celebrities make up this epic event. Thank you so much to Legion Sports Fest for allowing us to be here, and we'll be back to you soon. We are back. Hello and we have just a few seconds, looking like 5 seconds actually, until we are ready to play our second half of the first game of the first day of the Deep Blue Roller Derby Tournament 2024. My name is Rolene, and I'm so excited to be your live stream announcer today. And as the seconds continue, things keep improving. Shout out to our AV tech here with Sierra Regional helping us get all set up with our first ever live stream with live announcer. Starting off the second half, jamming for Hulagans and Dr. Destroyer up against BC for status. BC does get lead jammer status in this jam. And we have a star pass on the Hulagans to Venus Thigh Trap. BC gaining 4 points for Sass and then calling it off. Going into the second half, score being Sass 159, Hooligans 34. Looking fabulous. This elbow belongs to Firewall. I'm happy she's here. She doesn't want her elbow exposed online. Meanwhile, I don't care so much, so you know, it's fun. Jamming for Sass, we have Meat Cat back on the line up against Dr. Destroyer for the Hooligans. Meat Cat pushing that pack up and gaining lead jammer status for Sass. Destroyer meeting a wall of jammers. Alice and Wonder Wheels doing a wonderful job one-on-one blocking there. Gaining the help of her wall with Sass, but Destroyer is able to push the pack forward, but then the wall caught up with her. They said not today. Meat Cat gaining 4 points for Sass. Her team telling her, get in, call it, get out. And that she does. Sass and bringing the score 166 to Hooligans 34. Back on the track, jamming for Sass, we do have Jackson. And she is, I'm trying to look at the skates to determine it. She is up against, it's not short skate, I can tell that because the strawberries are off the track. She is up against Venus. Jackson makes lead jammer status. Venus thigh drop being trapped between the thighs of Sass there. Sass doing a fabulous job of holding her all the way at the jammer line right now. That's Banshee and Machina working together, keeping Venus back. She does do a star pass to Blood. Blood now have, no, I think that's 00. Excuse me, Heidi Doom. Heidi Doom. Forgive me, all my Heidi Doom fans there. I'm literally working off my phone today for the rosters because we're still waking up. We're still getting things going. But don't you fret. By our last game tomorrow, it's going to be beautiful, people. Meanwhile, we have beautiful derby happening. Jackson getting 8 points there for Sass. The score now 174-34. Sass to Hooligans. And jamming for Sass, we have Beastie back on the line up against that strawberry short skate. Strawberry gaining lead jammer status. Beastie pushing through. Meanwhile, strawberry short skate pushing those crossovers, coming back into the pack before BC is able to make her initial pass. Short skate. Slides and glides through the pack, gaining 4 points. Beastie looking to do a start pass here. Sneaky one at that, and done did. We do have Dobby gaining cover there. And the jam is called off out of concern. Beastie did take a bit of a tumble there, but she is able to get up. Good to see she was able to get up. Definitely got shook, so she's going to take a moment there. And Short Skate was able to gain 8 points in that jam, bringing the score up for the Hooligans to 42. We do have a timeout on the track. Both teams kind of still finding their composure. They get back on. Shout out, by the way, to all of our staff and crew, like this gentleman behind me, making Legion Fest work and run so smoothly today. We salute you. You guys are fantastic. It is a wonderful venue to be here. Concrete happens to be my favorite type of floor to skate on. If you are a skater out there and you have preference, write it in the chat because I can see y'all now. I can see you. Yes. Oh, some shout outs to Machina there. And yes, such a cutie and still a baddie. I agree. So whoever that was, I'm assuming that was for Short Skate. But it could be to any of them. They're amazing. Getting that lead jammer status for Sass. She is jamming up again. Dr. Destroyer. Meanwhile, we do have a penalty assessed there to, I believe that. I'm not sure. That's not her skate name. I just literally am not sure who got that penalty for the Hooligans. But she is being met with a calling there, 17. And I'm not sure, sitting in the penalty box. That's Kitty DeVille sitting with I'm not sure. But I'm not sure it's already standing up. Looks like the last number on hers is 53-4 maybe? 474? I'm not sure. I'm not sure who that is. But guess what? She's back. She's back. 854 peoples. That's Sayonara. She's back on the track, okay? It's all good. And Cat has been going, Roline, get it together. We're here to play Derby. She's already gained 19 points in this jam alone for Sierra. Dr. Destroyer is still pushing through. But it's attempting to gain points for the Hooligans. 23 points out on the board in this jam for Cat. If she's able to make it through one more time, she will break Jackson's current record for the highest scoring jam of this game. Hooligans say, no, we've had enough of this. But Cat says, not before I gain those points. Cat gaining 27 points, making that the highest scoring jam in this game. She now holds that title, bringing Sass over the 200 mark. So that's 201 for Sass, 42 Hooligans. Ooh, hello. That's fantastic. See what I mean? See what I mean about us getting better and better and better? My lovely little tech crew here, they were like, this poor girl, she's too old to be looking at their little phone screen. They've put the names of the Hooligans on my screen. So no more mistakes for me. None of that. And I'm going to read all their names off right now as a lovely, lovely tribute. We have 0, Queen Kamamea. We have 00, Heidi Doom. 007, Carmen Slaniego, 14, Dr. Destroyer, 17, Kitty DeVille, 210, Smackaboy, 324, all of a sudden, 33, Flood, 50, Strawberry Short Skate, 68, Venus Thigh Trap, 723, Brew Scarymore, Cute, 74, Robin Sparkle, 77, Kingslayer, and 854, Sayonara. All y'all. Thank you for being so patient for me as I'm just trying to butcher these names. I'm not trying to, but it's just coming naturally, and I apologize for that. Meanwhile, there's Derby happening. Jackson is jamming for Sass and did gain lead jammer status. Hooligan has Venus Thigh Trap back on the track for them. We did have a penalty assessed to that's Dobby. That's the pivot for Sass. She's sitting in the box, meaning that Jackson's all by herself, or at least without her pivot. Jackson says, that all right, I got this. She gains 4 points for Sass, gets knocked out, calls it off, but not before gaining one more point. 2 more points. For friendly reminder for all y'all, if you're struggling like me to see that scoreboard, perhaps it's time to get your eyes checked. The score is now 207, SAS 46, Hulagans. And I'm flipping my board over so that I can tell you more amazing things about what's going on besides Derby. Meat Cat Meow back on the line for SAS. She gains the jammer status. She is jamming against Strawberry Short Skate. Meat Cat calls it off, but not before gaining 4 points for the SAS. Strawberry Short Skate not being able to make it into the pack before Meat Cat calls it off. She's a quick kitty. Score is now 211 SAS 46 Hulagans. And just a reminder, in the market for a car, check out Lithia Subaru. They have you covered. You can buy or lease new and used. They are located here in Reno, Nevada, and they are a proud supporter of the 2024 Deep Blue Roller Derby Tournament. Jackson back on the track for SAS, gaining lead jammer status up against Dr. Destroyer. Jackson gaining 4 points for SAS. The score now 215 to Hulagans 46. We are already going into Jam 9. Woo! Time is flying. And another reminder, if you want to get in on the fun, if you're watching this derby and you're going, yeah, let's go, I want to win something too, you can get into the online raffle. We do have an online raffle from 187 Killer Pads and 888. If you visit the Sierra Regional Roller Derby.org website, it will give you information on how you can join that raffle. You need not be present to win. The prizes will be sent directly to your door. They will be picking winners on September 30th, and it's great. It all goes back to your local hosting team here, Sierra Regional Roller Derby. So support your local derby, buy some tickets, wish yourself some luck, and maybe you'll win some stuff. Meanwhile, Beastie is jamming for SAS. She gains 4 points for SAS and then calls it off because she too is looking to win. Score is now 223 SAS and skater heads for Hooligan. No, that's 46 for Hooligan. Anytime I'm doing this, please know it's not because I'm on a boat. It's because the scoreboard is conveniently located right past the line of players for our tournament. Alrighty. Meat Cat taking lead jammer status as she does this. And Strawberry Short Skate making it out of the pack for Hulagans. We got some whistles going on there. Looks like a multiplayer being assessed there to Zayanara. She is making... No, she's not. Not Zayanara. Kitty DeVille making a trip to the penalty box there. I do believe she might have been multiplaying with Zayanara because both of them were looking like me, her, us. Kitty was assessed the penalty. Jackson back on the track for Sierra, and we are off. Jackson taking lead jammer status up against Dr. Destroyer. Meanwhile, 0-0 on Hulagans. That's Heidi Doom. Heidi Doom getting a penalty there, but not able to sit in the box because the penalty box is full. So as soon as the penalty box players for Hulagans stand up, then Heidi Doom can go in, and when she did, Hulagans blockers, that's Kitty Destroyer, and she had a friend in there, were both sitting in the box around the same time together. They're both out now, and Heidi is sitting in the box. Jackson, on the other hand, is gaining points for Sierra. That's 17 points so far, and it does turn into a power jam. Dr. Destroya taking a turn in the penalty box. Not facing Jackson, though. She's like, y'all can play musical chairs all you want all day. I'm going to keep coming out here and gaining these points. Heidi Doon back on the track for the Hulagans. Jackson still making good work of this power jam. Hulagans making her work for it, pushing that pack forward, catching her each time she was trying to break out. Fantastic front bridging there by the Hulagans. Jackson does indeed make it out though, and she's currently sitting at 20 points. If she's able to get more than 7 in this jam, she's going to take that title back from Meatcap for the highest scoring jam this game. Currently she's at 24. 4 more points and she's got it. Meanwhile, Creature Feature taking a trip to the penalty box. Look at that. Look at Jackson. She don't come to play. She comes to slay. She gains 28 points on that jam alone, meaning that she now takes that title back from Meatcat for the highest scoring jam in the game. 28 points, bringing the score to 253 Sierra, 46 Hulagans. And that whistle means we're back in the game. BC on the track for Sass, gaining lead jammer status, but 33 on the Hulagans. That was Flood. Flood giving her a run for her money, trying to catch her there right at the end. BC was able to successfully make it out though, and Venus Thigh Trap meeting a very, very forceful wall there. That's Alice in Wonder Wheels, Machina and Dobby Sockums holding Venus Flytrap back. Venus Flytrap Thigh Trap says not today, gives that star to Flood. Flood is now the jammer for the Hulagans. Meanwhile, BC says, yeah, y'all can share hats and covers and accessories all you want. I'm here to play derby, and I got my points. I'm taking them and going home. 259 Sass, 46 Hulagans. Just about 14 minutes and some change left in this half. Going into Jam 13. I do believe Strawberry Short Skate back on the track for the Hulagans. Strawberry gaining up against Meatcat for Sass. Strawberry Short Skate, I just have to say, has some crossovers to die for. Man, things to practice and dream about in my own derby diary. Strawberry Short Skate gaining 4 points, breaking that dry spell for the Hulagans, bringing their score up to 50 points. 259 Sass. We heard a bit of a woo from the audience there. Great job, Short Skate. Aw, the new stream system does rule, y'all. I love it. Thank you. I agree with you. Jackson is back on the track for Sass up against Dr. Destroya. Both jammers making it out with Jackson in the lead. Woo! Jackson jukes, she drives, she glides and slides, she gains 4 points, calls it off, and there you have it. 263 Sass, 50 Hulagans. Just to let you know, Monster Muffin is a proud supporter of the 2024 Deep Blue Tournament. Proudly Canadian since 2004. Athletes are our focus. Clothing is our passion. With our passion and focus, we bring you the best in athletic apparel. And we are off. Beastie jamming for Sass. We have Venus Thigh Trap jamming for the Hulagans. Beastie gets out with a lead jammer status. Venus getting pinged and ponged there by the Sass blockers. Smack doing fantastically well of keeping her. Working there with Banshee and Stormy Trooper. We also have Creature blocking for Sass. A very, very spicy team bench there, giving some communication there for Venus. Casey looking for her turn 3 jam coach, deciding whether or not she should call it, whether or not she should keep going. And all the commotion, I think, is starting to distract the Hulagans, because Macy just keeps sneaking through. She currently has 12 points on the board, as the Hulagans have done a star pass. That's King Slaya currently with the star, but Beastie decides to call it off at that point. She said, "I'm done. I've had enough. I gained 13 points. That's a nice size meal." 276 Sass. Hulagans at 15. And Think Ink and Thread is also a proud supporter of the 2024 Deep Blue Roller Derby Tournament. If you think it, they will ink it. They are able to provide you with all the resources you need to reward, advertise, and promote your business, school, friends, and family. They are there to help you with any project, from designing a shirt for the family reunion to ordering. You can pick them up in Sparks, your outfits and cute little things, or they can also deliver. That's Think Ink and Thread. Thank you, Think Ink and Thread. Meat Cat, meow, back on the line for Sass. Strawberry Short Skate jamming for the Hulagans. It was a power jam start there. Meat Cat was off the track. Strawberry Short Skate. Jammer there, just kind of watching to see what's going on as they come a full rotation around the track. Here they are on corner 2. Hello, Tentacruel giving some 1 versus 1 blocker there to Strawberry Short Skate. Strawberry Short Skate gaining 4 points for Hulagans. Watching Meat Cat staying right in front of her. And we do have a cut assessed there to Meat Cat, which does make this a power jam. I'm not sure if that first time Meat Cat was off the track, it might have just been a cut, like she was coming from the penalty box, but my eyes could deceive me. Strawberry Short Skate being told by her team, let's go, use those gorgeous crossovers, gain some more points, because she's doing great. 10 points. She now has an additional 4. That's the highest scoring jam for Hulagans this game. Doing great work here. Strategically calls it off. A power start. Strawberry Short Skate gains 17 points for the Hulagans. Kudos to her, bringing the score to 67. The Hulagans, 276 Sass. Very nice work, Short Skate. And don't trust your announcer. That's not a power start. We got both jammers on the track. Hello. Jackson is jamming for Sass. Dr. Destroya is for the Hulagans. This is why I don't ref, by the way. Don't trust me. I'm just going to tell you as I see it, and sometimes I see it incorrectly, but I will try to correct myself as I see it. Jackson gaining 4 points for Sass there. She also has 3 jammer status. Dr. Destroya jamming for the Hulagans, getting recycled back there by Creature. Also, I really like how Creature recycles. It helps not only her team, but I think it also helps the other team's jammer, because she always puts her hands up like, hey, I'm gonna give it to you truthfully. I'm the one recycling you, so that way the rest of her team also knows not to roll back. But it also gives a bit of an indicator to the other jammer, like, hey, you don't get behind me. You're just gonna give yourself your own penalty. So, heads up. Fangirling Meat Cat Since I Matter. That was such a fun jam. You are right. I mean, with a name like Meat Cat, how can you not fangirl on her? Jackson currently has 12 points on the board for Sass. We did have a start pass for the Hulagans. Kitty DeVille now holds the star as Smack Lotus Aaron takes a trip to the penalty box for Sass. Sass now gaining 16 points. Jackson decides to call off the jam with 16 points on that one. Getting better. Now I have paper rosters. I'm telling you, just keep watching. You know, we got the progression going, and regardless of what's going on behind the scenes, the derby on the track, fantastic through and through. So exciting to have so many amazing teams here for this tournament this year. Whether you're watching online or you're watching in person, you are in for a real treat. Some amazing derby being played here. Jamming for Sass, we have Beastie up against Venus Thigh Trap. Beastie taking a trip to the box. It is a power jam for Venus Thigh Trap. Choosing the offense approach of get out of the way, honey. They were staying out of the way of Venus. Of Sass blockers. Meanwhile, 40, that's Gatekeeper on Sass taking a trip to the Sass blockers. Let's see, we have Alice in Wonder Wheels, we have Tentacruel and Smack Lotus working together there to hold Venus Thigh Trap. She did have a power jam there for quite a bit. Was able to gain 4 points, but they really did a great job holding it back. They were like, you might get us that one time. You might get 4 points on us, but that's it. And forgive me, that was actually 3 points. So we did have a blocker on Sass, really keeping her hips in front of Thigh Trap there. Have a timeout on the track. Score currently sitting 292 Sass, Hulagans 70. Just over 5 minutes left in this first game of the second half of the first game on the first day of the 2024 Sierra Deep Blue Roller Derby Tournament, hosted by Sierra Regional Roller Derby. Wow, look at this. All these people. Meat Cat might need to read this chat later on. She's got a whole fangirl club and crushes and woo! Woo! Is it just me? Is it getting hot in here? Wow. That's fantastic. Speaking of your crush, y'all, she's back on the line. It's Meat Cat. Jamming for Sass. Up against, I do believe that's Venus Thigh Trap for the Hulagans. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's Dr. Destroya. Jeez Louise, Rolene. And for the Hulagans, Meat Cat gaining lead jammer status as the Hulagans lose one blocker to the penalty box. I do believe that might be Smackaboy in the box. Looks like 210, correct. Destroyer able to get in front of Meat Cat. She got that speed on her. Meat Cat calling it off, but not before gaining 4 points for Sierra Regional. Score is currently 296 Sierra Regional, 70 Hulagans. Oh wow! Look at that. Get a little look here too. I mean, you don't have to tell me twice. We have Jackson on the line for Sass, and she gains lead jammer status before I'm even done saying her name. Venus thigh trap on the line for Hulagans, or rather off the line. Jam's already started. Jackson getting through the pack, gaining 4 points for Sass. Venus thigh trap behind both her team and Sass. A big old wall of blockers. She chooses to take the star pass route, pushing the star onto Heidi Doom. Heidi Doom gaining the star, not able to put it into play though before Jackson calls it off. Sass has now broken the 300 mark. They are currently sitting at 304 to the Hulagans 70. And just over 3 minutes left in this game. Going into Jam 21. Take a moment to let you know that the Reno Aces are also a proud supporter of the 2024 Deep Blue Roller Derby Tournament. They are our minor league baseball team in town, and if you happen to be coming to Legion or tomorrow, you have an option to purchase raffle tickets to win some tickets to one of their games. So if baseball is your second sports love after roller derby, check out that raffle. Or if you know somebody who's here in person and you're watching at home, tell them to buy you some raffle tickets. You can win vicariously through them. That works too. Alright. 3 points gained in that last jam for Sass, 2 points for the Hulagans. Woo-woo! We now have 307 on the board, 272 Sass versus Hulagans. Our next jam is not going to start yet because we do have an official timeout. And that's okay. The Atlantis Casino Resort and Spa is also an official supporter of the 2024 Deep Blue Roller Derby Tournament. They are the casino right next door to us here at the Legion Fest Expo. And they have been awarded, their spa has been awarded with the prestigious Forbes Travel Guide 4-Star Award for its 9th consecutive year, solidifying its commitment to luxurious offerings and exceptional guest services. I've personally been to that spa. It is quite bougie, so check it out if you're ever looking to give yourself a little treat yourself moment. And you can also win tickets to their delicious buffet, Toucan Charlie. You can win it in our raffle here in person, so check it out if you're coming in person. Meanwhile, Meat Cat, she's back on the line for Sass, and with lead jammer status up against Dr. Destroyer for Hulagans. Meat Cat pushes through the pack and gains 4 points for Sass. Destroyer pushing through, gains the last turn 4. Meat Cat does call it off, but not before gaining 8 points for Sass. Score is now 315 to 72 Hulagans. We have 51 seconds left on the track. 51 seconds left. Up next, by the way, for our game 2, for those of you looking to gain another bit of adrenaline watching fantastic derby happen here in Reno, Nevada. Our next game will be the fabulous Sin City Roller Derby up against Sacramento Roller Derby. That's Ace of Spades up against Brewer Trouble. So stay tight, stay close, stay tuned, because we have more fantastic derby coming your way. Speaking of fantastic derby, Jackson is on the track for Sass. She has lead jammer status. She is up against Venus Thigh Trap. Venus looking to make pushes through, gaining 4 points for Sass. This will be our last jam of the game. And with that, right at the end, whistle to make it official. And when that whistle blows, the official score will be 323 to 72. Sass, there it is. Sass to Hulagans. Fantastic job to both teams. It was amazing watching them play. Loved it, loved it. Loved being your announcer for our first ever live stream with an announcer today. My name is Rolene. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be in and out for the rest of the tournament. We'll have more live stream announcers for you. Thank you so much, and until next time.
Hi, this is Hell Bunny. We're doing a quick little test on our audio to see how it's working. I have somebody in the audience letting me know if it's working. So, how does that sound? Does it sound okay? Maybe I need to move the mic a little bit. Maybe it's good. The mic sounds good. Awesome. Does it sound better than it did? Just talk close to it. We can move it a little closer if need be. How does this sound right here? This sounds good? Awesome. So now we have a better sounding mic, which is awesome, and we hope that you guys are enjoying this stream. Thank you for bearing with us while we are going through our technical difficulties. As you guys know, Sierra Regional Roller Derby is ran by skaters who volunteer their time, so we appreciate all of your kindness while we figure and navigate this world. Thank you, Jim. Awesome. Well, we're getting ready to have Sin City and Sacramento Roller Derby playing today. So that's going to be next up. In the meantime, we will let our slideshows run. Thank you.